Hi, I'm Rick Conlow. I'm glad you're here. We're going to talk about coaching for results, a 5-step process. Now put your hands together like this real quick, clasp them together. Which thumb do you have on top? Take them apart, reclasp them with the other thumb on top. How's that feel? A little uncomfortable? Fold your arms. Notice which one's tucked in. Unfold them and fold them the other way now if you can. You got it? A little uncomfortable? You may have to change something based on what we cover here, but it'll help you be more successful. So hang in there as we go through this material. You'll see some pictures here of Olympians. Wow, the Olympians are the epitome of peak performance, the best of the best performing. And I want to make a message to you this, is that your people can achieve peak performance, but it takes excellent coaching for you, coaching focused on results. And that's what we're talking about here. It's reminding me of a story, a cartoon, if you will, of a manager going up to an employee's desk and going, "Why aren't you working?" And the employee says, "Well, I didn't see you coming." You know, too often we have that in the workplace. And the reason is we've got some outdated coaching techniques, like on this picture here, up in the left. The dinosaur approach, the biting their heads off, that's old school, it's outdated, it's extinct, it never worked. The drill sergeant technique, you get training, you get support, you get lots of tools and resources, but you're beating people down to be able to get them there. That doesn't work for the workplace. And then down in the bottom left, that frustration, ambiguity about what's going on, or the one on the right with the question mark, doesn't have a clue what to do. Those don't work. We got to be better than that. And what I'm focusing on is the center picture here. NCAA champion John Wooden, 12 championships. Wow, unheard of. That'd be like the football team and you're sitting winning the Super Bowl 12 seasons in a row. Not going to happen. Let's talk about this. John Wooden was positive and constructive. So why focus on coaching? There's lots of reasons. We hear from managers their concern about their goals too big, not enough resources. We hear from managers frustration, disappointment, anxiety, fear, ambiguity. Whoa! And then some others, they want career advancement, achievement. They want to get better results, reignite their passion, more recognition for their job, pride in what they're doing. So there may be some mixed emotions there. I'm not sure where you fall. But either case, this can help you. Help your team. So why coaching? We came across the study by the Public Personnel Management Association said that if you can do ongoing training, you can get 22.4% improvement in productivity. Add coaching on top of it, you're up to 88%. In other words, it's paid off in terms of results. So what are the 3 biggest obstacles to coaching that we hear from managers? First, we see managers don't care. Others say they don't have the time. Others are just into the mode of yelling and telling. And then others don't know how to coach. This brief message that I'm sharing with you can take you out of it. Now, I want you to see this slide. Write down the first thing you notice about it. Go ahead. I'll give you a second. Okay, what'd you notice? Sure, the second one is wrong. Absolutely. And you know what? That's the problem today with many of us as leaders. We focus on the negative. Why didn't we say 2 out of 3 are right? Good job. Now let's talk about that third one. See, coaching has to be done in a different way. It's not the sports coaching where there's yelling and swearing and hollering going on. That doesn't work in the workplace. Okay? We need to be different. And then who do you coach? When do you coach? Well, you coach any employee, anytime, scheduled, and a formal coaching and unscheduled for informal coaching. Coaching is an ongoing process to develop the skills of your team and to improve results. That's what we're after. Coaching is not counseling sessions to deal with their personal problems. Most organizations today have resources that you can refer people to, or your human resource department to be able to do that. So there's 2 kinds of coaching, informal, informal. Informal coaching is really about your day-to-day interactions. Here's what we teach managers, is everything counts. Any interaction, a text, a phone call, an email, a brief encounter, a chance encounter, a planned scheduled phone contact, all of that, a team meeting makes a difference. And how you show up in what you say and do can reinforce the goals you have for your team and reinforce your values and your expectations. So we need to be aware of that in terms of what we do. Formal coaching is the scheduled, structured, one-on-one time. I want to spend a little more time on that in a 5-step process. Here we go. First, you sit down with somebody, you review goals and expectations, but you ask them, so Jared, what are your goals? Let him tell you Why? Because now you learn, where is this employee? And then you set plans. So how are we going to move forward? What do you think we can do to move forward? Notice we ask him, what do you think will work? What do you think we may have obstacles on? You build the plan together. And then over time, you assess performance in extra scheduled meetings that you have. How often should you coach? The closer your employee is to the customer, the more often you need to have. So people on the telephone have hundreds of customers. You probably need to coach them regularly, daily, if not weekly. People who have fewer customers, maybe monthly or quarterly is a guideline to be able to do that. And so then you have those scheduled meetings and assess performance. You ask them, how's it going? What's working? What isn't? First you ask them, then you provide your feedback and guidance. And then you got to have follow-up. Your informal coaching will help you with your follow-up, and then your ongoing scheduled meetings will help you with that follow-up as well. Do you see where I'm going with this? A structured process on the formal coaching that has a method, a system to it to be successful. Good coaches establish clear expectations and goals. Good coaches provide performance feedback. What's working? What isn't working? Good coaches provide relevant information and consider that as they discuss them. What's the data? What's the circumstance? What do the numbers say? We should always know where our people are at, but we want them to tell us in a coaching session. How you doing? What's working? What isn't working, as I said? Good coaches always observe performance. If we've got people on the phone, we're going to listen in. If we've got people in the sales field, we're going to go out in the field with them. See what I'm talking about? Or we observe our team in action in the office. What are they saying? How are they acting? What are they doing? Not checking up on them, but being a part. That's called engagement. Seems to be a forgotten word. Leadership engagement leads to employee engagement. Then you need to know your staff. What do they do? What gets them excited? You know, the number one reason why people go to work today, because they have to. The alarm went off. And they seem to mope around in the workplace, then boom, 5 o'clock comes. Wow, they're out of there to go out and get involved in community activities, church activities, something they're really passionate about. Our job as a leader, and we can do it through our coaching, is to influence them positively so they have that same energy and enthusiasm. So that's what I'm talking about, knowing your team. And then, of course, good coaches recognize progress and reward accomplishment. And then, in it all, it's got to be a warm, friendly environment in the workplace today. You know, it's not going to work yelling and screaming. It's not going to be work like that football coach is on the sideline screaming at his team when they get a fumble or make a mental mistake. That doesn't work in the workplace today. That's archaic. People don't have time for that. They don't want that. The millennials don't want that. The baby boomers never wanted that. Hear what I'm saying here? So we got to work on our human relationship skills to be most effective. That's what I'm talking about with coaching. And then last, to sum this all up, there are 5 key questions we want to get answers to in our formal coaching situations. When they're informal, usually we're looking for 1 or 2. And then there'll be other questions that will split off of this. But how's it going? What's working? What isn't working? What help do you need? And what do you think you can do better or differently next time? 5 key questions that add power and depth to your coaching sessions with your team. And I'm going to bring you back to this, is that people have incredible potential, just like Kyle Maynard. And our coaching will bring it out. See, Kyle, when he was born, his arm stopped here and his leg stopped there. And most people say, oh no. And the parents said, freak. His parents gave him great coaching. They brought him up to believe he could do anything he put his mind to. And he did. And he grew up and he wrestled and he played football. Boom! He could nail them. I remember seeing that on a video about him. And people asked Carl, what about your disabilities? And Kyle said, not my disabilities. Life is full of possibilities. And that's how we have to think as a leader about our team. And coaching will help us tap that. That's how we create superstars in our team. Hey, I thank you for spending this time. I wish you great success and look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.